Good day, it is August the 19th, and today we continue in Nehemiah 2, doing verses 11 through 13, and Proverbs 19. Remember, if you'd like to be tagged when I post these videos, or if you have any questions, comments, concerns, suggestions, complaints, or anything else, you may reach me through 810-242-2997. That's 810-242-2997. You can call, text, leave a message, whichever you like. And we begin Nehemiah 2, starting at verse 11. So I came to Jerusalem and was there 3 days. 2. Then I arose in the night, I and a few other men with me. I told no one what my Elohim had put in my heart to do at Jerusalem, nor was there any around with me except the one, any animal with me except for the one which I rode. 13. And I went out by night through the valley gate to the serpent wall and the refuse gate, and I viewed the walls of Jerusalem which were broken down, and its gates which were burned with fire. Okay, he's there. Came to Jerusalem, all nice and safe. Verse 11. So I came to Jerusalem and was there 3 days. This is 3 days before, 3 days rest for courtesies and formalities and stuff like that. So he did 3 days before he did anything. And he also probably rested during that time too. 12. Then I rose in the night, and I and a few men with me. I told no one what my Elohim had put in my house to do at Jerusalem, nor was there any animal with me except for the one on which I rode. He did not want to arouse suspicion or curiosity about where he's going. The only animal he had was his. It was probably a mule, because he needed something sort of footed, less likely to attract attention. And he didn't tell anyone what he was going to be doing. He was being discreet. Just going to look around. 13. And I went out by night through the valley gate to the serpent wall and the refuse gate, and viewed the walls of Jerusalem which were broken down, and its gates which were burned with fire. So he went out by night, again not to arouse suspicion or curiosity, through the valley gate to the serpent wall, refuse gate. Refuse gate is also called the dung gate. It's where all the trash and animal waste and all of that temple waste all went out. He viewed the walls of Jerusalem, which were broken down. So he said, oh man. And its gates which were burned by fire. So basically he's getting a comprehension of the size of the job involved. Proverbs 19. Better is a poor that walketh in integrity than he that is perverse in lips and a fool at the same time. Better to be poor and integrous than perverse in lips and a fool. 2. Also the soul that be without knowledge is not good, and he that hasteneth with his feet sinneth. 3. The foolishness of a man perverteth his way, and his heart freteth against Yahweh. 4. Wealth addeth many friends, but as with the poor his friends separateth himself from him. When you're rich, friends come out of the woodwork. When you're poor, you can't find them with a search warrant. 5. A false witness shall not be unpunished. So if you lie, deceive, or whatever, you be punished. And he that breatheth forth lies shall not escape. You will be caught. 6. Many will entreat the favor of a liberal man, that is a generous man, and everyone is a friend to him that giveth gifts. They're very popular. 7. All the brethren of the poor do hate him. How much more do his friends go far from him? He that pursueth words, they turn against him. 8. He that getteth wisdom loveth his own soul. He that keepeth understanding shall find good. 9. A false witness shall not be unpunished. Don't lie. He that keepeth understanding, and he that breatheth forth lies shall perish. 10. Luxury is not seemly for a fool. In other words, a fool should not have luxury. Much less for a servant to have rule over princes. Or servants to rule the household. 11. It is the discretion of a man to be slow to anger. It is the glory of a man to pass over transgression. Yeah, don't get angry over every little thing. And pass over the discretion, indiscretion, transgression. You're better off. Loving. 12. A king's wrath is the roaring of his lion, but his favor is the dew on the grass. 13. A foolish son is the calamity of his father, and the contentions of a wife are continual dropping. 14. House and riches are inheritance of fathers, but a prudent wife is from Yahweh. 15. Slothfulness casts into a deep sleep. The idle soul shall suffer hunger, because he's not getting up and working for it. 16. He that keepeth the commandment keepeth the soul, but he that despises his ways shall die. Obedience equals life. 17. He that is gracious unto the poor lendeth to Yahweh, and his good deed he will repay unto him. But you can't be going on, look, God, I gave that guy $10. What you going to give me? No, you do this because you love God. And if you don't love God, don't bother doing it. 18. Chasten thy son, for there is hope, but set not thy heart on his destruction. Yes. Discipline your children, but don't destroy them. Don't overdo it. 19. A man of great wrath shall suffer punishment, for if thou interpose, thou wilt add thereto. Yeah, if you keep getting someone out of trouble, you keep getting them more and more trouble, and eventually it'll be too big for it to get out of. 20. Hear counsel and receive instruction, that thou may be as wise in the latter end. 21. There are many devices in a man's heart, and his plans, but the counsel of Yahweh shall stand. You can't plan against God. 22. The lust of a man is a shame, and a poor man is better than a liar. 23. The fear of Yahweh tendeth to life, and he that hath it shall abide satisfied. 24. The sluggard buryeth his hand in the dish, and will not so much as bring it back to his mouth. A lazy person will starve with food right in front of him. Can't lift it up. 25. When thou smitest a scorner, the simple will become prudent, and when one has understanding is reproved, he will understand knowledge. 26. The son that dealeth shamefully and reproachfully will despoil his father and chase away his mother. 27. Cease, my son, to hear instruction that causes to err from the words of knowledge. Stop listening to lies and dishonest people. 28. An ungodly witness mocketh at right, and the mouth of the wicked devoureth iniquity. And 29. Judgments are prepared for scorners, and stripes for the back of fools. Unbelievers and mockers will be dealt with appropriately. I hope you've been blessed by this reading. May the Lord richly bless you. Remember, if you'd like to be tagged when I post these videos, or if you have any questions, comments, concerns, suggestions, complaints, or anything else, you may reach me through 810-242-2997. That's 810-242-2997. You can call, text, leave a message, whichever you like. Remember, Jesus loves you, so do I.